Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where I discuss with you my eye-opening experience of buying expired skincare product at TK Maxx. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Deborah After 50. In today's video, I have an important topic that requires our undivided attention. It's a story that will leave you astounded. So grab a cuppa, get cozy, and let's embark on this captivating journey together. In our quest for ageless beauty, we often seek affordable options, like buying skincare products at TK Maxx. But what if I told you that buying skincare product at TK Maxx could lead you to unexpected surprises? Today, I will share with you an experience that will make you think twice before reaching for those discounted products. Now, I'm the first to admit that I love myself a bargain, and I never thought of checking expiration dates on skincare products. I assumed that if it was for sale at the store, that someone somewhere would have checked that the products were within expiration date and they were fit for sale. But in my last TK Maxx haul video that I'll link down below in case you missed it, I purchased a product from a brand that's new to me. And I was later shocked to discover that I had purchased an expired product from TK Maxx. Now, if you recall, I did check the box at the time of purchasing this product just to check whether it had an expiry date, whether the product looked good, whether the box was damaged, or whether it had been used before. And that was because a few of you had mentioned your concerns about TK Maxx potentially selling expired products, which is why you thought it was possible that TK Maxx could sell them so cheaply. And on this particular product, there was no expiry date. So I took it at face value that it was okay. However, after using it for a couple of days, and I have to preface that I did not have any reaction to this product on my skin didn't react. It just felt like I was putting something nice on my face, but I didn't feel that it was actually doing anything for my skin. And because I wasn't feeling anything on my skin, I thought I'd actually test a theory that perhaps the product was expired and that the active ingredients in it were no longer effective. So I decided to contact the company by quoting the batch number at the bottom of the bottle. And this is how they replied. Hi Deborah, thank you for your mail. Where did you buy this product? It has already expired 20th of March 2022. Imagine my shock when I read that. Now, the incident raised a number of concerns about the potential risks involved in using expired skincare products on our skin. And it also raised the question of what can we as consumers do to protect ourselves against this happening. So I first looked at TK Maxx and their brand promise. And here is what they say on their website. TK Maxx is not an outlet store, but an off-price retailer offering brands from thousands of vendors around the world, including Australia. We deliver great value on a rapidly changing selection of brand name and designer fashion and homewares at a significant discount to the prices on comparable merchandise in department and high street stores. We're smart shoppers just like you. Our buyers are on the hunt throughout the year for the hottest brand name and designer products of the season, from fashion for the entire family to accessories, beauty and home. We buy from all kinds of vendors, big names and designer labels, top brands, up-and-coming labels, and vendors known for stylish fashion and exciting gems. Our buyers are opportunistic and entrepreneurial. So when a designer overproduces or other stores overbuy, we swoop in, negotiate the lowest possible price, and pass the savings on. No one way we buy. We take advantage of a wide variety of opportunities, which can include department store cancellations, a brand owner making up too much product, or a great deal when a vendor simply wants to clear merchandise, as well as lots of other ways to bring you tremendous value. The majority of products we sell are brand name merchandise for a whole lot less than department or high street stores. Most of our merchandise is fashionable, current season styles. A small percentage is past season or timeless classics, which we also offer at amazing savings to you. We source amazing cashmere and merino wool from Italy, and we design soaps to be created in the United Kingdom, Portugal, and here in Australia. We are always seeking great quality and value all over the world. So let me tell you that I did return to the store from which I purchased the item, and I spoke to the store manager. who was obviously extremely concerned about this and extremely apologetic, and immediately offered me a refund for the product, even though obviously I'd opened it, I didn't have the original box, and I had used it. So this video is not about a lack of customer service on behalf of TK Maxx, but more about how something like this could happen. To date, I have also emailed TK Maxx customer service and asked them if they could provide me a procedure or what processes or steps they have in place when their buyers are buying product, obviously at a great deal. Do they actually verify? Do they validate the expiry date? Is there a process in place that they have for which they can verify the expiry date of a skincare product before they actually put it on the shelves? And at the time of creating and editing this video, TK Maxx hasn't replied to me yet. However, I will be doing a follow-up if and when they do, just to keep you informed. But first, let's delve into the potential risks associated with using expired skincare products. According to my good friend Google, there are implications for your skin in using expired skincare products. If your skincare products contain active ingredients, which I'll explain shortly what these are, they'll probably be significantly less effective. For example, using an expired sunscreen can be extremely dangerous, obviously increasing your risk of skin cancers and sunburn, as the sunscreen will obviously no longer be effective. And skin, especially sensitive skin, which a few of my viewers do have concerns with, can react with rashes, irritations, and breakouts. And this is usually because the chemical composition of your skincare products has changed. As a general rule, once your skincare products start exhibiting signs of expiry, you probably want to dispose of them. No one wants to be rubbing rancid smelling, mold-infused cream into the skin, right? So what are active skincare ingredients? These are antioxidants, which are naturally occurring in vitamins and minerals that neutralize free radicals in the skin and protect the skin from environmental damages. Also, hyaluronic acid, which can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. Lactic acid, which is a type of alpha hydroxy acid that can effectively and gently exfoliate the skin. It also increases ceramides, which aid with the skin hydration and promotes and increases collagen. Niacinamide, which is a form of vitamin B3 that helps to improve the skin condition, that helps to brighten the skin and improve pigmentation. Niacinamides also regulate oil production in the skin and assists in breakouts in acne-prone skin. Also, peptides are active ingredients. Peptides are the building blocks of protein in the skin that reduce the sign of aging by signaling to the skin to perform various cellular activities like increasing production of collagen and hyaluronic acid, also reducing muscle contractions and increasing tissue repair and regeneration. There's also pigment inhibitors, which help to prevent all forms of hyperpigmentation. Pigment inhibitors reduce and regulate the production of melanin by inhibiting tyrosinase, an enzyme responsible for melanin production. Other active ingredients are salicylic acids, which is a BHA, a beta-hydroxy acid, that's particularly effective at treating and preventing all forms of acne, including blackheads, whiteheads, and inflammatory acne, due to its antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and drying properties. Salicylic acid is also oil-soluble and therefore an extremely effective exfoliant for oily skin and resistant skin types. And lastly, retinol and vitamin C. So any products that include any of these active ingredients will expire and ideally should be used before its expiration date. Now, by law in Australia, all food, edible food, must have an expiry date, but this law doesn't translate to skincare products. At best, all our skin products must have is this little symbol at the bottom of the jar that shows how long the product can be used for once opening. In this case, it was 9 months. This symbol is called the PAO, short for period after opening, and indicates how long the preservatives and or antioxidants in your skincare will keep your products fresh once opened. You'll notice the PAO on the jars will have a timeline like 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, even 24 months. This indicates the number of months that you can confidently use the product once the jar has been opened without the product expiring once opened. The PAO, however, is just a guide. Your skincare products, if used properly, could last much longer than that. And there are steps that you can take to prolong the shelf life of skincare products, especially when they're quite expensive. So as Australian producers, what can we do to check that a product is good to use? Well, Apart from emailing the company with the batch code at the bottom of the bottle and asking them directly, hey, could you please tell me when this product was manufactured and what its expiration date is? All we can go by is the following 4 signs, which you really should look out for when purchasing skincare products, which will tell you if your skincare product is expired or about to expire. Number 1, your skincare products have separated or the texture has changed. You can see this often in nail polishes where the color settles and you have the liquid on top. Generally, you shake that up and it works well. In skincare though, that's a sign to look out for, that the product perhaps is no longer as effective at doing its job. Number 2, the skincare product has a funky smell. Number 3, there are mold spots in your skincare product. And number 4, your skincare product has changed its color. Now you can see this sometimes in vitamin C products, which are light sensitive, and generally they should be stored in a non-clear glass because the light will photosynthesize the vitamin C and change its color. So when you first buy it, it will be light, and after a while it starts actually going that little bit darker. That's the vitamin C oxidizing and becoming less effective. In some countries, it's actually a requirement for them to have the expiration date on the jar. There are a number of products that I saw at TK Maxx when I was shopping that did have expiration date on the products. There's also Australian products that will voluntarily put the expiration date on their product, for example, like Alea Skin and also Retinol. But other brands like Sukin, for example, make it even easier. Their batch codes are a letter with the actual date that the product was manufactured. And on top of that, all Sukin products have a shelf life of 30 months after production date. So say, for example, you buy a bottle of Sukin oil or Sukin skincare product and the code is B0101-2022. That product has a shelf life of 30 months from there. So it will expire on the 30th of June of 2024. Now, next, let's examine the rights that we as consumers have in Australia and the responsibilities that retailers like TK Maxx bear when it comes to providing safe and non-expired skincare products. Essentially, under consumer rights in Australia, when a business sells a product or a service that doesn't meet the basic rights known as consumer guarantee, it must offer the consumer a solution, whether it be a refund or make good. In my case, it was a refund for the product. Now, armed with knowledge, it's time to take action and prioritize our skincare safety. Let's discuss practical steps that we can take as informed consumers to protect ourselves and make well-informed choices. When purchasing skincare products, number 1, check for an expiration date at the bottom of the box. Sometimes the box won't have the expiration date, but the actual product inside the box will have it stamped on the flip side underneath the bottle. Always check for a batch number. There are websites that apparently will enable you to key in the batch number of a particular brand and tell you what the expiration date or the manufacture date for that product is. The 2 that I used, I'm not happy to recommend you because they didn't really work for me. In fact, all the products that I was trying to find a manufacture date, they did not list. However, if you know of any sites that do provide that service, do please put it in the comments below so we can all share and learn from each other. I have started a list of brands and how you can verify their expiration dates, and I'll make this available to you once it becomes a little bit more inclusive. I have a number of brands on them. Number 3, upon opening the product, check it for any of the key signs, sight, smell, and composition of the product. And number 4, if in doubt, return it to the vendor for a refund. Number 5, a trick that I'm starting to implement when I open a brand new product is write with a permanent Sharpie next to the PO symbol the date that I opened the jar. That way I'll always know when I opened the product and how long I can keep it and use it before it expires. Alternatively, there are stickers that I've seen online that you can stick on top of your jars that you can write down the expiration date or the opening date, whatever works for you. And number 6, there's a few things that you can do to increase the shelf life of a product. They all start with excellent hygiene. And make sure that you wash your hands before you dip your fingers inside that cream that you're going to put on your face. Sometimes we may think that we have clean hands, but we might have just touched some dust on a bench or touched something that's not really sanitized, and then we insert that into the cream when we put our finger in to grab some of the cream to put on our face. That dirt, that dust, that bacteria stays in the cream and just ferments and generates other bacteria, and it makes the cream less effective. Part of that is stay on top of the PAO. Make sure you put the date that you open the jar on the jar so that you know how long you've got, and make sure that you keep your products well sealed in a cool and dry place when you're not using them. This way, there's less of a chance for the product to harbor bacteria that can cause not only premature expiring, but once expired, can have adverse effects when used on our skin. And of course, I've mentioned before, another way of keeping harmful bacteria out of the product is to make sure you wash your hands thoroughly before you use them. This way, it's harder to transfer bacteria onto the actual skincare product, especially when considering cream pots as opposed to pumps. We wouldn't want the bacteria from our hands to get trapped in there and cause trouble. Cleanliness is key to keeping us and our skincare products tip-top and extended shelf life. From scrutinizing expiration dates to checking for reputable brands and demanding transparency, we'll equip ourselves with the tools to navigate the skincare market confidently. And lastly, let's rally together and foster a community of skincare advocates. I'll start by collecting a list of all the brands that I come across and how to verify their expiration dates. For example, like Sukin that I've told you about. And as this list becomes more extensive, I'll share it with you. In that way, hoping to encourage dialogue and support, and also hoping that Australian brands become more transparent with their product lines, making it easier for us as consumers to know what we're buying. We're in this journey together, and by sharing our knowledge and our experiences, we can create positive change and hold retailers accountable. Thank you for joining here today and being part of this important conversation. If you found this video useful or have had a similar experience, please share it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay up to date for all things beauty, skincare, self-care, and fashion related. Remember friends, knowledge is power. So let's empower ourselves and make informed choices. Until next time, my friends, have a fabulous day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.